Good afternoon. It is Friday, December 5th, 2025. In today's passage, Paul continues his instructions to the church on how to respond to indolent, lazy people, and he continues to use himself as an example. In 2 Thessalonians chapter 3, verses 9 to 13, and I'm reading from the New Living Translation, second edition, it says, "We certainly had the right to ask you to feed us, but we wanted to give you an example to follow. Even while we were with you, we gave you this command: those unwilling to work will not get to eat. Yet we hear that some of you are living idle lives, refusing to work and meddling in other people's business. We command such people and urge them in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ to settle down and work to earn their own living. As for the rest of you, dear brothers and sisters, never get tired of doing good." Paul reminds them, we had the right to ask you to feed us. We should always be willing to feed those who serve with us. If we have a visiting group or a visiting missionary, feeding them is the least we ought to do to take care of them, to meet their needs for them coming to share with us. Years ago, when we were constructing this church building, we had several Saturday work days where we were doing things in getting the building constructed. We had a lot of volunteers that would come, but we had other volunteers whose only task was to feed all of the volunteers at lunchtime. Sometimes we'd be feeding just a few. There were other days where we were feeding 30 or 40 people because that's how many came on that particular day to help us get the church constructed. And every once in a while, we'd have someone show up right at food time. They weren't helping. They didn't do anything for us. They just showed up at food time. Now, we always had a surplus of food and lots of food, and we'd try and talk to them and get to know them a little bit, and we usually fed them anyway. But I guarantee you, we made sure that they were the last in the line and that all the workers were fed first, because we want to make sure that those who did not work did not take away food from those who were working. That's very much in line with what Paul was saying. He says those unwilling to work won't get to eat. If you're just going to show up for a free meal, we're not required to feed you. But if you've been working hard and helping out and spending your time and energy and effort to help the church get something done, well, brother, we're going to feed you. And then Paul mentions he hears that some of you are just idle busybodies. You're not working. You're not helping. You're just busy telling others how to do it. You're interfering verbally. You're just being a busybody. Paul says, and he says this as a command from the Lord, settle down and earn your keep. Earn your way. Work hard. We should never get tired of doing good. Just keep doing the right thing. And sooner or later, God will make sure that everything works out. Paul thinks working hard is important. He lived that by example. He worked hard at teaching and preaching and sharing and traveling and tent making. And everybody saw what kind of work and a hard worker he was. We ought to be the same. May you and I be hard workers for the Lord Jesus Christ this week. God bless you.